The Sorta Sports Podcast presents The Big Salad.
If it was a regular salad, I wouldn't have said anything. But you had to have that big salad!
Hosted by the one and only Quinn Maseko.
Thank you, George, and thank you, Ryan. In today's episode, Carson Wentz goes to the Commanders, Tom Brady is back with the Bucs, and so is baseball for April 7th. But we begin today with the clearing of Deshaun Watson by the Houston grand jury on last Friday. Deshaun Watson is now clear of criminally charged 22 claims against him of sexual harassment, sexual assault, and now he is dealing still with civil suits that have been brought upon him by 10 of his accusers. So, now that he's been cleared criminally, what will happen to Deshaun Watson now in regards to the NFL season?
I'm hoping the Panthers go out and get him. I think, honestly, right now, the move right now for them is either him or Malik Willis. I'm really hoping they can snag him and without giving up Brian Burns. If we give up McCaffrey, I completely understand. I think he'd be a great fit in Carolina. I hope this is where he wants to be. And I think, now that we've seen situations like this in the past with, like Ben Roethlisberger, for example, and he obviously ended up continuing his career. So I'm hoping that Deshaun Watson can end up in Carolina or something along those lines because I need my team to compete.
Well, I'm going to say he definitely is going to be traded at some point, and to where it's going to be more put on him. He has the leverage because.
And I don't know why you want to go to the AFC anyway. You want to go NFC. Even with Brady back, it's still way better off than the AFC.
I don't know. I don't know what he's looking for, how he's analyzing his teams, but what the team that's going to be trading for him needs to realize, because this is what might be happening, and I want to remind them, as you invoked my former franchise quarterback, when Ben Roethlisberger was accused of rape in 2010, he was suspended for 6 games, appealed lower to 4. This Deshaun Watson now has 22 accusers. Now, why it's sexual harassment, sexual assault, still, he could be suspended for the whole next season until the criminal suits are done, because the NFL will still take action even though you were not criminally charged. So
that's a good point.
Are you willing? I mean, that's what some teams are going to have to face and say, are you willing to not only give up draft picks, but maybe half a season, at least part of your season to an NFL suspension?
I'm still fine with looking at Malik Willis. I'm actually really come around on him watching his film.
I thought you wanted Pickett. You don't know what.
I think Pickett.
You still don't know.
Has a chance to be pretty average, but I think Willis is the more big play.
All?
Yes, I think Willis is a more go big or go home type guy.
Yeah, well,
he's either going to be a home run or a strikeout. I kind of would rather have that than average.
Well, and plus I think it's also depending on your social environment as a team. Look at Trubisky. He had a terrible social environment in Chicago. Now he's going to Pittsburgh.
I think he should. The next topic we should have been talking about Trubisky. Well, can we just add a little topic right here about talking about Trubisky?
Well, see, here's the thing. We're going to be spending at least probably an hour and a half talking about 2 brackets today.
Can we just throw in Trubisky? I really want to talk about Trubisky. I actually really like this move for the Steelers. I really do. Because to me, it's a low risk.
Better than Run Rudolph.
Yeah, yeah. That'd be run season ticket holders too. Trubisky, I actually think is a great move for the Steelers because I think he fits that system. Mm-hmm. I think Tomlin wants to have him. I think the guys there are intrigued in his ability. And here's the nice thing about Trubisky: he is built to be the perfect backup quarterback. So, let's say this year doesn't go well, and you have a good draft pick, and there's,
Maybe you draft a Kenny Pickett or Malik Willis, because those are the two there at the top.
Oh, you're saying you want Desmond Ridder second round maybe still.
I'm fine with him. I'm not saying, I guess they need to make what their decision is. Are they going to get one this year or wait till next year?
I was saying this. I say Trubisky is your starter for next year, and if things pan out...
It's a 2-year deal.
Yeah, I know, and he's your starter for next year, and then next year...
Informing the public because they might not know that.
Good point. Sorry. C.J. Stroud and Bryce Young and the guy from Florida are all there next year. Let's say you have a really bad year of Trubisky and a year that's going to be an AFC onslaught anyway. Then you draft your guy next year, and Trubisky's your backup.
Yes.
Trubisky can kind of mentor him a little bit.
He could be.
And we've seen before that,
possibly,
kind of average quarterbacks. Alex Smith was above average, but I mean, he wasn't incredible. The mentorship system works well in the NFL. Okay. He was not incredible. Alex Smith
was a Heisman winner at one point.
I mean, in the NFL, when he mentored Mahomes, it wasn't like anybody was going to win a Super Bowl with Alex Smith at that time.
Well, they tried to, and then he got injured, and Colin Kaepernick took over.
True. I guess that's a good point. Kind of underrating him. I guess you're right. But I'm saying I think the Trubisky move makes a lot of sense for the Steelers, and I would be quite excited for them.
Yeah, that is interesting. By the way, today's episode we are watching The Twilight Zone. So, I don't know what episode this is, but
I'll check the box real quick.
yep, he's going to check the box. But
The After Hours.
ooh,
Anne Francis
I think it is
stars as a
because
delusional young woman who finds herself trapped in a department store
Yes.
amid some very strange salespeople.
see, because she was stuck because the elevator guy had elevator written all over him. I'm not saying that wouldn't make sense that if you're the elevator guy, you know you are the elevator.
Yeah. What are you looking up?
What's the best place for? Because I want to do this. Obviously, we're going to do this together.
Oh, you're trying to find a bracket?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll set it up.
Are you going to get to
You
ESPN?
introduce our next topic.
You're taking it to ESPN?
Yep, that's what I'll do.
You got your account logged in?
No, it doesn't. We're not going to save it, I don't think, anyway.
Oh, no, but still.
I don't
Okay.
think I'll log it in.
Here we go.
We'll just do it.
I don't
We
know if you
have to be
have
logged in to do it.
access, but anyway. Okay,
Click
go
on-
ahead.
click on the new
All right,
tab.
hold on. I need to make sure I got what I'm doing. So
Oh,
there
sorry.
we go.
All right.
So this past week, the Indianapolis Colts got rid of Prince Harry, and they shipped him not back across the pond, but to his worst place, Washington D.C., where the British Royals, were not fond. I mean, I'm sorry, D.C. wasn't even the capital. It's the third capital of the United States.
No, they had
You
to
don't even
burn down the
realize
old
that.
one.
Exactly. So, but anyway, he's been shipped to the Washington Commanders, aka the Washington football team, and now Khalil Mack has been shipped to the Los Angeles Chargers to bolster their defensive line. So which is the bigger deal?
Khalil Mack?
Khalil Mack going to the Chargers or Carson Wentz to the Commanders?
All right. I think by a mile it's the Khalil Mack Chargers because I think the Chargers, as I was talking, really primed for a potential Super Bowl run next year. I think they're maybe my favorite out of the AFC right now. I just feel like the timing's right on Herbert and that team, and they got Williams back. They got Keenan Allen still. I could see them drafting a wide receiver, maybe.
They locked up Mike Williams too, didn't they?
That's what I'm saying. Williams back, yep.
Yep.
And I could see them maybe drafting a wide receiver in the second or third round, and trying to add just another guy kind of like a Chandler. What's the guy's name for
Chandler Jones?
Yes, Chandler Jones for the Cardinals level guy.
Yep.
And working something like that, and then Khalil Mack, the most suspect part of that defense. I mean, the team was the defense, so you're bolstering that defense that already has Joey Bosa, who's been really underrated for them because people don't really talk about him as much. They talk about Nick a lot more in the NFL. And obviously, Khalil Mack isn't as big as he used to be, as good as he used to be, but he's still an elite pass rusher. So I just think, I would keep bolstering their defense. I think in the first round they should maybe draft like a safety or a corner.
They need to stop the run because they were giving up they were just a little bit better than the Steelers. They were 31st worst in the league.
Ooh, maybe they should go more linebacker.
They might. I don't know what they want.
I don't know what they want, but they should definitely draft defense first round. And I'm saying, I think they look primed to make a Super Bowl run next year. I could really see that happening. And I think it's a bigger move because to me, the Wentz thing is just going to maybe end in them drafting quarterback next year. I don't think it's really a long-term thing. Whereas the Mack thing could maybe put them over the hump, make them Super Bowl team.
I'm going to say this. This is where the Bears were stupid. They've been stupid ever since since Mike Ditka was the coach and Jim McMahon was the quarterback. Okay?
Yeah.
Here it is. Ready? When Khalil Mack was traded from the Raiders to the Bears sent 2 first-round picks and 2 lower-level round picks to get him.
Yep.
Okay? This is what they got when they sent him to the Chargers. A this year's second-rounder and a next year's sixth-rounder.
Nice. That's a good way to work your market.
So again, who made out on the bid?
I got a Seinfeld statue.
I know.
My sister bought me that. I thought you'd like that.
That was weird. I thought it was just weird you pointed it out then, though.
That was just random. I just hit me. Sorry.
Anyway, so obviously the Chargers made out like a fat cat, like a fat rat, or however you want to say it, because it can be a cat.
They made
or a
out
rat.
some way.
Yes, exactly. So, I mean, they spent less level picks, and the Bears again were stooped because that's what they had to do. They gave up so much to get him, and now they're only getting half of that back for him. That's an integral piece to their thing. You want to talk about your Seinfeld statue now? You got anything else to say about
I
it?
was just pointing out to you. We got a little Seinfeld bobblehead. Not bobblehead, but it's one of those
Yes.
Funko Pops.
Yep,
My
Funko
sister
Pops,
bought
which
me
are
one.
fun. I love those.
Yep.
They got the whole Scooby-Doo collection, too.
They have a ton. I just got the one of Jerry.
Jerry
Seinfeld.
Jerry Newman!
I definitely wouldn't get a
Anyway.
Newman one.
Oh, Newman. Anyway, on to a little bit more football. Last night, it was Sunday night, that Tom Brady, in the middle of the selection show, bracketology afterwards, on ESPN announced that he is unretiring and coming back to play one more season with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So, what will that team be like with Tom Brady returning?
Well, if people want to fly the NFL's rigged flag, I would put my money on the Bucs winning the Super Bowl or being in it. But I am saying, if we're going from a strictly competitive thing, and I'm not going to fly the NFL rigged flag, I'm not. But I'm saying I think they're going to be a Super Bowl contender. I think the NFC is incredibly weak. I don't think the Packers are going to do a ton next year. You can mark me down for that right now because they're going to have to pay Devontae Adams a lot, and I don't think he wants to come back. So I'm not even sure if Devontae Adams is going to be in the Packers next year. They might tag him, but apparently he's going to throw a fit if they tag him. So I don't know what's going to go on there.
Does he want a long term with them then?
No, he doesn't want long term. He doesn't want to be tagged. He wants out.
Oh, well, then he's in. Sorry.
You think they're just going to tag him?
One more year.
Yeah. That's what I'm assuming. What I'm saying.
You could sit out, but why would you want to sit out? You end up like Le'Veon Bell then.
Yeah, exactly. But or even worse, Antonio Brown.
Okay, but he never got franchise tagged. That's why I'm using.
True. Yeah, that's a good point. So back to the Brady thing, though. I definitely think they could win the NFC. It's really bad news for me as a Panthers fan. But you know, maybe we're gonna get that Bucks Patriots Super Bowl. That'd be pretty awesome. I mean, that'd be really cool. Because then, win or lose, it's really cool. The narrative. It's Belichick bested Brady and Brady retires, or Brady finally, Brady definitively proves he can beat Belichick and he's out. I think that'd be really cool. So I kind of hope they make it to the Super Bowl against the Patriots. I think it'd be awesome if we got that set up.
Well, what I'm going to say is this really dampers the Buccaneers signing as many of their free agents as possible because they have 26 free agents right now, and they were already down to the cap, only $7 million left. Even with restructures, you're not going to be able to sign everybody back, even though everybody will probably want to stay.
I think they're going to tag Godwin.
They already tagged him, so he's done.
Yep.
But now you have to pay Tom Brady, and I don't know how much he's going to want to take. He's taken about $25 million each of the last 2 seasons.
I bet Brady takes a pay cut here to try to bolster the team.
Well, but he's done that in New England all his life, so I think he might be done with doing that. That's the thing.
True.
So
he's got that TB12 brand.
I'm going to say definitely now they're the front runner of the division. For them, I'm not putting them as a Super Bowl contender yet. I got to see who they're signing still. They obviously brought back their center, Ryan Jensen, but who knows? I mean, I don't know how many people they're going to be able to re-sign because of that cap crunch they got slightly there. But I think Bruce Arians is happy. And I still see Gronk retiring, though, even though Brady's back. I think Gronk...
I think he might as well be like, maybe one more year, Tom.
I know, but I think it's because he has those back issues and concussions.
True. I didn't think
that.
Yeah.
He physically ails. That's the problem.
I saw the Bengals tight end that's actually pretty good. Uzuma signed somewhere. Where was it?
Uzama went to the Jets.
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 The Jets. They're building a nice team.
They always try to do things, and they end up, when people go to the Jets, they play like the Jets.
True, but the Lions are really that bad team that I think is going to be good in a couple of years. Put your money in the Lions.
I mean, I'm saying that Goff is still an average quarterback. He can bring them up and get them a few wins.
Yeah, and then they draft somebody incredible, and then they become a contender. That's how they rock it.
Let's see what Dan Campbell Soup can do. So,
yep.
All right, the biggest headline should be...
I need some Campbell Soup.
The biggest headline should be, baseball is back, baby!
Yes!
Back! And... Ryan, what can we expect from the season when it starts?
A new episode of my show where I do an entire MLB season predictions.
Oh.
I'm going to be buying more hats, of course, in celebration for my collection of hats. Right now, I'm currently sporting a Durham Bulls hat from the classic, my favorite baseball. I don't know if it's my favorite. It's that or Moneyball. Bull Durham. Gotta love those two movies. Moneyball is more of it's a movie about numbers more than it is about baseball. But it's like a...
You like Trouble with the Curve?
I never actually watched that one.
Oh, you better start watching it.
I love Major League, too, though. I like Major League. I love 42. Used to be my favorite baseball movie. Thought it'd never be topped, and I watched Bull Durham. I think baseball is the best sport to make a sports movie.
How are you topping 42? Because you know that Chadwick Boseman is your probably favorite actor. Or next to favorite actor.
He's definitely up there.
Exactly.
I mean, I always say it's Harrison Ford and Will Smith, but, when I really get down to it, there is not a single Chadwick Boseman performance I don't love. I do.
I could do. Have you seen his James Brown biopic?
I've not.
You should. I have not watched it yet. I actually have it recorded from HBO for a while now.
You know what actor I also go crazy for? Michael B. Jordan. I love him in every movie too.
Jordan, yes.
And they were together in Black Panther, and I love that movie.
Yes.
I'm trying to think. Another guy I really like. He's more of a character actor because he always does well. Stanley Tucci. Love Stanley Tucci.
I don't even know who that is.
You would if you saw him.
Is he Italian?
I think so.
Okay. I'll look him up.
And then J.K. Simmons, another actor I love.
I don't
Every
know why I
performance of
like him
J.K.
that much
Simmons.
either.
You don't like J.K. Simmons?
He's okay.
He brings a lot of energy. I like that.
Here's the thing. He's a better commercial guy than he is a movie guy. He's in
Not
the State
true.
Farm
He
commercial.
kills it in Spider-Man.
Not State Farm. Yes, State Farm. Farmers.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Farmers. Yes.
You know, I think I'm going to go on a big Matt Reeves run once we're done with these Batman movies. Speaking of, we need a little more time on our Batman marathon. But
I'm ahead, folks. I have 4.25 movies.
well, my girlfriend wants to watch a series of me, and then my father wants to watch the Keatons.
I should say 5.25 because we already watched the movie in the theater. So I have.
You're almost done. But here's the thing.
I'm working on
my
it.
girlfriend wants to watch all the Nolans with me, and then my father wants to watch the Keatons with me. So
You never go against the family watching Batman.
exactly. Thank you. Trying to think of another actor I really enjoy.
50th anniversary on The Godfather. So go ahead.
Yeah, it is. That's I love that movie. Great movie. I really got to get that Terminator poster hung up.
By the way, I see this guy, but I don't really know what he's in.
He's Hunger Games. He's the guy that is
He's
like
that
the host.
guy.
He's
He's
the
that
host.
guy. He's gonna be in the Whitney Houston biopic because I want to dance with somebody. That's gotta be
You know what biopic I think actually looks really interesting, and it's got that.
Billy Joel's. They're coming out with that.
Oh
Anyway,
no,
go ahead.
no, the Elvis one.
Oh yes, it's gonna be a good one too.
Austin What's the guy's name? Is it Austin? The Elvis.
Isn't it Angle Ellsworth?
No, the actor is a pretty young actor, Austin Butler. I think he could really.
And Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks is in it as
Yeah.
I forget his name, but he's like producer or whatever. Yeah, Austin Butler. He's a really young actor. Actually, one of his first big movies was Sharpay's Fabulous Adventure. He was on Zoe 101 too.
Oh,
so.
really?
Yeah, I know.
Was what character on Zoe 101? Well, it looks like it might be.
I'm not sure.
It does not say in the bio.
I'm looking at it for you. If it would load. Zoe. He was in Aliens in the Attic. Ah, yes, the classic film.
As you try to circle through, but your
I'm trying
internet is
to.
slow.
Yeah, my internet's. We know this. Yeah, the Elvis biopic though I thought looked really interesting when I saw a trailer for it. But
You just click his Wikipedia page. You'll tell him the character.
I'm just gonna add Zoe 101 to his name.
Okay.
But Austin Butler, I also think he could be pretty good for the new.
Oh, you know what? I got it. Yep, that's exactly right.
James Garrett.
He was. Yes, he had blonde hair then. Yeah.
Yeah, that's threw you off. I think he could be a really good casting for the character in Dune. That's like the evil. It's like Floyd Rotha, I think, is the guy in Dune, and he could be really good in Dune's sequel. Another actor I really like that's in the movie is Dacre Montgomery. Love Dacre Montgomery. He is great.
That's an interesting one. Okay. Anyway,
Back to the baseball, sorry.
back to the baseball. What do you got?
Well, I am really excited for the MLB season. I'm very upset, though, Tatis is going to be out. You sent me that.
I did send you that. It's just for a little bit, though. It's not good the whole time. There are 162 games in this baby.
Are they going to now? Because they're going to start late, aren't they?
Yes, they're just starting a week late.
So when does the season start? I got to think about when I'm going to have my
April
apps.
7th.
Okay, so I'll be back. Yeah, I had to think about when I'm going to record that. Because I got spring break, obviously.
Yep, and you're not going to be here. We'll be off for that week.
Yeah, but I'll be back the week of the 8th.
I know that we'll be off here.
Oh, yeah. Well, I guess we forgot about that.
Yeah, so we'll be missing out on the second reaction to the Sweet 16 and Elite 8. We're just going to get reaction to the Final Four.
Yeah.
So anyway.
What do you have to say about baseball? What are you excited for?
No.
Oh, you excited for Jesse Winkler to not play on the Reds anymore? That
And
sucks.
it's, number one, let's start off. It's Winker and not Winkler.
Sorry,
He's
I meant
not
to say
related
Winker.
to the
I
actor
always
of
say
the
that.
Fonz.
I always say it.
Okay, here's what I got to say about the Cincinnati Reds real quick. If you keep cutting payroll, you're never going to be good. Okay? It's different. Like it's not like you're the Tampa Bay Rays where you always keep your payroll low. They've raised their payroll before, and then they just keep cutting it. And guess what? You know, you've traded away, you've let Wade Miley walk, you traded away Sonny Gray, and now you got rid of Jesse Winker and Eugenio Suarez. So I don't know what they're doing. They let Castellanos walk. They're a bunch of dummies. So that's all I'm going to say. And I'm going to move on to this. What's more important about this season is that I'm glad it's starting on April 7th because if we all don't know what April 15th is, Jackie Robinson Day when he broke the color barrier
Yep.
and playing in the major leagues. It is also the 75th anniversary of Jackie Robinson Day. So it was important to the league, not only to myself, but to the league and to the nation that watches that sport, that happens, because it is a day of unity wearing the 42 jersey all across MLB, and it is important to have that celebration there to honor that barrier-breaking event in order to, if you wouldn't, I mean, it wouldn't be the same without having that now with a season, without having a season. So that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to that day. I'm sure there are going to be some big events, especially put on by the Dodgers since he played for Brooklyn. And we'll see what happens. A little phone fact, little known fact is that Branch Rickey, who was the owner during that time, our general manager, excuse me, he coached at Ohio Wesleyan.
Yes, I knew that.
Coached baseball there. So if you did not know that, I'm telling you that now. So there you go. All right. That's enough headlines here. We're entering first for a word from our sponsor.
Ballesteros and Longer have won 3 of the last 6 Masters. The Europeans have arrived. A tradition unlike any other, the Masters on CBS Sports.
And it's always a classic.
No.
This is what I did this weekend. I researched Masters commercials because that's what they always play during March Madness, because the Masters is the weekend after the championship.
Yeah.
And we think it's funny. So tradition unlike any other, the Masters on CBS. So I found some of these old ones. Both of them are, excuse me, I just foreshadowed there, but both are from 1986. And
Well, they don't know when the next break's coming.
You don't know when the next break's coming, but you know there's going to be another one. So there you go.
Trying to get this
And
men's bracket pulled up for us.
Now we're going to come in and we're going to start our brackets. We're going to start on the women's side this year because last year we started with the men's, so I thought it was only fair
we should
that we start with the women.
I would actually rather start with the women's because I think the men's is a lot. We talked before coming into this, so we thought the women's was a little easier to predict than the men's. The men's this year
It's
feels
because
like
the top tier is always usually the same and it's consistent and it's harder. There's not many upsets, I should say it that way.
And I'm saying, I think the men's this year, especially, we talked about it being a really. I think this is the type of year where the champion winner could be a 5 seed or a 6 seed. Like, I think you and I really think the field is pretty close overall, and that most brackets I think will be busted within the first day. I think this year's gonna be full of a lot of upsets. I think we're running for a 2018 style year.
So that's Ryan's prediction. I will say we're going to go through. We're going to pick every game here, and then Ryan will post the final just like we did last time on there. And
What do you mean, just like
you took a screenshot of the whole thing and put it on there. I don't know how you did it, though.
How did I do that?
I don't know, but you're going to have to reach into that big brain of yours and figure it out. How you did
I think I might have hit print once we did the whole thing,
that might
and
be
then
that.
saved the
and then
image.
Yes, so that's how you probably did it.
We'll have to do that here
So,
while we record.
Anyway,
All right.
now I want to just bring some things up about the women's. After last year, we had big conversations on here talking about the inequities between the men's and the women's tournament.
The app is still not as strong.
women's
The app is not as cool for the women's as it is for the men's.
Now they're added into the March Madness app. Everything should be together. It's supposed to be.
It is
tied.
together? All right,
That's
well,
what
I
it's supposed to
downloaded
be.
them both.
They're supposed to be on the.
I'm deleting the women's one then.
Well, see if it's not on
if they're
there.
on
But that's
there.
what they just said on ESPN this week. It's supposed to be under the March Madness branding. It's supposed to be on the same app.
It's supposed to be on the March Madness Live
Yep,
on the
it's
app.
supposed to be on the same app. They get the March Madness branding. They get to have open practices to the media now, just like the men do. So things are starting to be.
I think the locker room. Remember that one on the
yes,
locker room?
the locker and the weight room and the gift bags. So they've made some steps in progress, but guess what? The vice president.
I can't get this to load. We'll have to check in on it later.
The vice president of the NCAA, she came on ESPN during the selection show on Sunday to talk about this, and then another one who is a director of the tournament, she was on there as well. So I'm glad to hear that there are some progresses to get that. I think we're both happy to hear that. But anyway, we're going to also to bring in the women's tournament what's different from the men's. Don't forget that they play different. They play 4 quarters at 10 minutes each compared to 2 halves of 20 minutes.
I really enjoy the 2 halves for the men's, though. I think it's a fun thing.
I know, you always pose that argument, and I always counter you, so we're just going to have to
We're
agree
just
to
gonna
disagree.
wash over it.
So then, but what they also do here in the women's is in the first 2 rounds, the higher seeds of each region, each bracket there, the top 4 seeds host the first and second round. So South Carolina will host their game, and the game underneath them the 8-9 game at South Carolina, and then the winners will play again at South Carolina. That's how it goes. And then when the regionals come, they actually don't go by direction. So instead of when I get angry at the men's where it says the West, and yet they're playing over here in Greenville, South Carolina, which makes no sense when they're supposed to be in the West region, and the women's, it doesn't matter because they do theirs by cities. So you have Spokane, Greensboro, Bridgeport, and Wichita. So those are the ones. So it's all about cities and it's not about regions. So anyway, we're going to start off in the Greensboro. That's where the number 1 overall seed is there. South Carolina, they're playing Howard or Incarnate Word.
Yeah, I can't even figure out where it is. UIW?
Yeah, University of Incarnate Word.
Is that actually what it is?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh, I thought you were making up words.
I'm not making up words. And by
I
the
think
way,
we're going to
also
take
the
University of Incarnate Word here.
Also, the women's expanded to 68 this year. They were just at 64.
I know, I remember you said that
first
last
four
year, and
this
I'm very happy
Anyway,
about that.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm taking South Carolina.
I think we're taking South
Okay,
Carolina.
good.
Dawn Staley, she's great. She's one of the first players, and I believe the first black coach also to win. I'm sorry, that was incorrect because that's what that Carolyn Peck was as African American. So, she has an impeccable resume. She's a good team. Aaliyah Boston right now, she is the best player in the nation, averaging a double-double consistently every night. So they're a top favorite right now to win the national championship. 8-9 game, Miami of Florida, South Florida.
Big Florida matchup, kind of.
It is.
I'm not sure which one I go here. I'm leaning towards South Florida. What do you think, Quinn?
Well, I said South Florida over here too. So
All right, I agree. Let's go with that.
Okay.
North Carolina, Stephen F. Austin.
Okay. What do you got here? You want me to go first?
I always enjoyed picking Stephen F. Austin because remember that year in the men's they went on the run?
I was already picking him, so I was going with that.
Good.
I believe it's their first ever tournament they've been into for the women's side.
That's cool,
which is
yeah.
awesome. So that's why I went with them. Also, I'm not very hot on North Carolina either.
Yeah, me neither.
Arizona, the
Wildcats?
defending runner-up from last year against UNLV, the Running Rebels.
They're not as good as last year, but I take Arizona.
I will take Arizona as well. I agree.
Georgia or Dayton or DP? What's DP?
It's DePaul.
DePaul.
Yes. I'm going to take Georgia.
Same. I
because
agree.
they've had some tough games against the top heavyweights of the
We
SEC,
agree a lot more on the
LSU,
women's than we're going to agree on the men's.
And on LSU and South Carolina. They had some close games there. All right, Iowa State, University of Texas at Arlington.
I would rather take Iowa State.
I would take Iowa State as well. They had a close game against Iowa, which is getting set up hopefully in the Sweet 16 here. Colorado, Creighton.
Hey, Creighton's in both tournaments. Good for Creighton.
I love it when they're both in there.
I'm going to take Creighton, but I just like taking Creighton.
I'm taking Creighton. No, I'm sorry. I'm taking. I want to take Colorado. What do you?
All right, let's look at this.
Guess what happened last time? We flipped a coin.
Multiple times.
We flipped a coin when we had a 50-50. Do we have a coin here?
I know, but you can try to convince me on this one. I'm very willing to be convinced on Colorado.
The reason I think I picked Colorado is I believe they had a couple close games with Stanford. That's
okay,
why
well,
I was
if they close game Stanford, I'm buying it.
Okay, you're in.
Iowa,
So,
Illinois State, we're going to take
I was thinking
Iowa.
Iowa.
Okay, let's
So,
move down to Wichita.
You want to go to Wichita, or you want to finish a bracket first and then come back?
Let's finish comeback. I like that better.
Okay.
South Carolina.
Because last year, remember, we didn't do the women's because we recorded on the Monday and it had Selection Monday.
Oh, we did do
That's
women's
right.
last
So this year,
Wow.
yes. So that's why I'm trying to remember what we did for the men's, and we're replicating for both this year. The same.
Well, we're going to agree a lot more on the women's because with women's, you and I seem to watch more of the similar teams. Whereas with men's, I get a little crazy with some of the stuff I do.
I know you get
The
you
Jackrabbits.
You still got some crazy. Okay, never mind. I can't foreshadow that. We haven't even down there. Okay, yes, South Carolina.
Take South Carolina
Sweet
for it.
16.
Arizona, Stephen
over
F.
South
Austin. I
Florida.
want to ride the Stephen F. Austin train.
Oh,
We should
look
probably
at you.
take Arizona.
I'm taking Arizona.
All right, that's what we'll do.
I think she's
Georgia, Iowa State. This is tough. I'd rather take Iowa State.
I'm going to take Iowa State as well. I'm
Okay.
looking for an in-state matchup
Okay.
here because we're going to take Iowa for the round Sweet 16. too.
This is big, important. This is the official Big South
I
bracket.
know, but I'm not going to bet against Caitlin Clark yet until we get later on.
True. Okay.
So
yeah.
I'm going to go with Iowa. Okay. So to get
All right. This to me is the
this
big.
is the Sweet 16.
Yeah. This is big.
All right. Aaliyah Boston, she's going to carry that number 1 overall seed, South Carolina.
I'm taking South Carolina too. Then Iowa. I think over Iowa State.
Yes, I'm taking Iowa as well. They had a game earlier in the year. Iowa only won by 7 in the beginning of the season, so it'll be interesting to see. In-state rivalry.
Iowa,
Good.
South Carolina. I want to go Iowa.
I am going to Iowa.
Okay, you
no,
agree?
No. Whoa.
You would take
hold
South
it.
Carolina.
I thought you were talking about Iowa State still. You're trying to slip one by me. All right, no, I wanted South Carolina. South Carolina, they beat UConn by double digits this year.
But I feel
They
like
beat
Caitlin
Stanford.
Clark could just explode.
I understand that, but that's the problem. She's hit or miss.
Okay.
She's hitting.
That's
she's,
fine.
She's like
I'll come
Steph
on.
Curry. You're throwing up 35
South Carolina's
footers.
got really
It
good
might not
defense.
happen.
South Carolina's
They
really
do have
good
good defense, and they have a great player in Leah Boston.
If
He's a
we're
great
putting
leader.
South Carolina in the Final Four, I'm going to tell you right now, I feel like they should be in our national title game. I like
Well,
that South Carolina
how
team.
about we just get to the Final Four first?
Kai, do you want to do Wichita next, or you want to do
Let's go. I like to go all left side and then all right side.
Got
How
it.
about you?
Louisville over Albany?
Louisville over Albany. It's the 116.
Nebraska Zaga.
8-9.
Take Zaga for fun? Or you have a
I
feeling?
took Nebraska, but I don't know. I'm going to leave this one up to you since I got Colorado.
Let's do Gonzaga for kicks.
Okay, just for kicks?
All right.
Okay. Oregon Belmont.
We'll go probably Oregon.
I'm going to
assuming,
take
yeah.
Oregon as well.
Tennessee, Buffalo.
Definitely taking
I like
Tennessee.
Tennessee. I like the
Tennessee.
team. I think it's a good team. BYU Nova, probably BYU.
I'm taking the upset of Nova because they were the second place in the Big East this year behind you.
And BYU doesn't have the best conference.
No, but still.
So I'll go. No,
They
we'll
are
go
the
Villanova.
higher seed.
Michigan, I'd rather take over
I'm going to go with
American.
Michigan, yes.
Ole Miss, South Dakota.
I'd like to go with Ole Miss there. 'Cause
I agree with
I
you.
don't know much
And then
South
Baylor over
Dakota.
Hawaii, obviously.
Baylor over Hawaii.
I like Baylor
Still
probably
Alyssa
the most
Smith.
out of any teams
Yes.
here. I like Baylor more than Louisville
So,
this year. That's just me.
All right, well, we're in the second round here. Louisville, Gonzaga.
Louisville.
I'm taking Louisville as well.
Tennessee, Oregon. I take Tennessee.
I'm taking Tennessee.
Good. Nova, Michigan. Let's go
Michigan.
Michigan. Ole Miss, Baylor.
Baylor.
Louisville, Tennessee. I want to
I
go
would
to
take
Tennessee.
Tennessee. I
All
want to take
right,
Tennessee.
all
That's what I
right.
want.
We're agreeing a lot on this one.
I think they're slower, they're taller, and they're going to
Yep.
be able to control that pace
Yep.
more than
I 100% agree. They got a
So-
former Afrocentric graduate. I mean, they've
Yes,
got it all.
Jordan Hurston. Yes,
She's been
she
good for
was.
them.
She was injured though at the end of the year, so hopefully
Yes.
she's back.
Michigan, Baylor. I want to go Baylor.
I want to go Baylor as well. I think
Tennessee, Baylor. You can convince me either way on this.
Well, give us your. I know you want to pitch for Tennessee, so you talk about Tennessee.
See, if you just look at the baseline statistics they have here on the ESPN,
They're even.
opponents' points per game: 60.2 for Tennessee, 60.5 for Baylor. Versus top 25, Tennessee is 5-4, Baylor's 5-5. Points per game, though, Baylor has 77, Tennessee has basically 70, 69.9. Conference, Tennessee 11-5, Baylor 27. Sorry, not 27, 15-3. I think probably we should go Baylor based off the numbers.
Can you go back to that screen?
Yeah.
Can you go down to the notable results? I want to see the notable results for Baylor. Okay.
At Michigan, lost by 6. Iowa State won twice. Texas, win-win-loss. Oklahoma, loss-loss-win.
Okay. I want to see. See, I'm going to tell you right now where I'm leaning, and I'm leaning towards Baylor.
Same. No.
And
We'll just go Baylor. I'm cool with going Baylor.
you're cool with going Baylor?
You don't have to convince me anymore. We'll go Baylor.
Well, that's it. Well, they are under new coach. Kim Mulkey is now at LSU, which we're going to be talking about in the next region.
Oh, yeah.
And that definitely changes some things a little bit. And if they are still under the leadership of Nalissa Smith, which I believe they are, I think she's a senior this year. And yes, she is. So that's one of the big things. I like her. She's a very good player. She's a forward, but she can come out. She can play outside as well. So I think that's what's going to bring them up. And now we have a one-side set for the Final Four. South Carolina, Baylor.
All right.
Now, we're going to the Spokane region where Stanford is number 1 seed, and we're going to take Stanford over Montana State.
Kansas, Georgia Tech, Kansas?
I'm
Or do you
leaning
like
towards
Georgia
Georgia Tech.
You can convince me. I'm not super set on Kansas.
I actually don't have I don't really have a preference here
You just-
because I don't really have too much education on these two.
Neither
so
do
that's why
I.
I'm
Virginia
going to
Tech,
say,
and then FGCU, or
which is Florida Gulf Coast, and I'm going to take Florida Gulf Coast because
I don't have a lot of
first
education on VT.
first tournament they've ever been in.
Okay.
Again, kind of like Stephen F.
All
Austin.
right. Maryland over Delaware.
Definitely taking the Maryland.
Ohio State, I would like to take.
We can take Ohio State because I have them.
Okay. LSU, Jackson
Definitely.
State. I would
LSU.
love to take Jackson State, but we're going to take LSU.
Definitely LSU. Kim Mulkey's got her team going in the right place.
Utah, Arkansas. You can
Yep.
definitely argue for Arkansas here. But do you want to take Utah? What do you want to do? I don't have
I'm actually arguing for Arkansas.
Okay,
think
I was thinking
Arkansas
that
is gonna
too.
be, yes.
And then Texas over Fairfield.
Yes, we're going to go with Texas.
I'm not huge on the Texas women's team, though.
So, if we go back up to the top, taking Stanford over Georgia Tech.
Yep.
And then Haley Jones and Cameron Brink are going to lead that team up.
Are we riding this Florida Gulf, or are we taking them out to Maryland?
I think I'm taking them out to Maryland.
Ohio State, LSU.
I'm taking LSU. Kim
Ah,
Mulkey's
yeah,
going to
Kim
lead his
Mulkey's
team.
good, yep.
And then Texas over Arkansas.
Okay. That's fine with me. You're not going to get a lot of arguments from me, really, in the women's. Like, there's not as many upset potential, I don't think, so. LSU, I would like to take over Texas. Though.
I'm taking LSU over Texas.
And then Stanford over Maryland?
And I'm going to take Stanford over Maryland. Now, here's the one where I have not picked a team yet.
I want to take LSU over Stanford.
I really want to take them as well.
Let's
but
do it.
But I also have to think on the other side is Tara Vanderveer, the most winningest coach. Sorry, that's an oxymoron. The winningest coach ever in collegiate women's basketball. She just is the reigning national champion.
We can't do it every year. I want to take LSU. Let's do it. First year there,
take LSU.
goes on a run.
All right.
NC's
already won a couple.
Oh, I forgot. UConn and NC State are the same one.
Yeah, NC State's your big one. That's your big person. You like them?
I do like
NC State. They're playing either Longwood or Mount St. Mary's. Gonna take the Wolfpack.
Yep. What Washington State or Kansas State? I'm cool with either.
I'm taking with Kansas State because they have I believe she's 6'6", and she scored 60 points in a game this year or something like that. Her efficiency was very high. So
Notre Dame, UMass. I'd like to go Notre Dame.
I'm taking Notre Dame as well.
Oklahoma, I think we're taking.
I'm going to take Oklahoma.
Okay. Kentucky, I would like to take.
I really would like the upset, but Kentucky's a hot team right now.
Yep,
so
they
I'm going
are.
to give it Kentucky.
Indiana, Charlotte, taking Indiana.
I'm going to take Indiana.
Take the Hoosiers.
And then
Florida, UCF. Big Florida matchup here.
I know. They have multiple Florida matchups. So I'm going to go with UCF here.
I'm cool with that. And then obviously UConn over Mercer.
Yes, UConn. Now we back to the top. NC State over
Kansas State. Notre Dame, Oklahoma. I want to go Notre Dame.
Yes.
I'm going with Notre Dame. Kentucky, Indiana. I would rather go Indiana.
I'm going to frame the opinion for Kentucky because they're the hot team right now.
Okay.
They just went
No,
on a
yeah,
run.
I
They're
like that.
19
That's a good point.
Even though Kentucky is 19-11, they have went on a run. They won the SEC tournament. That's where they upset LSU. They upset South Carolina. I don't know.
UCF, UConn, taking UConn.
Yes, we're taking.
All right, now this is where things get interesting for me because I think we're going to go NC State over Notre Dame.
Yes.
Kentucky, UConn. If a team's going to upset UConn before they reach Final Four,
I would agree. It'd be Kentucky.
Do you want to take that, or you not want
I'm
to do
definitely taking Connecticut. That's me.
UConn, and then UConn over.
I'm taking Connecticut.
I
for
think
the
there's a
Final
higher
Four.
chance Kentucky can beat UConn than NC State.
I would agree with that because they're just hot right now.
Yep.
When you're hot, you're hot, as Jerry Reed said.
Yep. So now our Final Four. We got South Carolina, Baylor. I would rather go South Carolina.
I want to go South Carolina as well.
LSU, UConn.
I'm going to go Connecticut because that's me.
I want to go LSU.
Well, let's flip a coin.
Let's flip a coin.
I don't have a coin on me, but we got a coin upstairs.
Wait, no. Here's what we're going to do. I don't know if I want to flip a coin. Here's the thing, though, Quinn, because you're... All right, here's my issue. I like rooting for UConn. It's like kind of the whole bit of the show. You know, we always root for UConn in the women's tournament. So I feel like it's almost wrong for us to not put them as the winner. So when Quinn gets down here, he ran upstairs. So when Quinn gets down here and flips this coin, I might just tell him that regardless, we're going to go with UConn. But I'm going to see I'm just going to get his heart beating a little bit. All right, Quinn.
I got the coin.
All right, flip it. Okay. Tails is LSU.
Nope, here it is. Ready? Heads I win, tails you lose.
Oh, okay. Nice, nice. I fell for that one time in second grade. Never again.
Oh, this is where... Okay, let's take a pause for the cause.
Tails LSU.
I want to take a pause for the cause real quick. So, I don't know if you've ever seen the new Scooby-Doo movies from the 70s where it says, where Batman crosses over, Batman and Robin cross over with Scooby-Doo.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And then
No, I own that on DVD, yeah.
Okay, well, there's one. This is when Shaggy and Scooby are trying to hide from the Joker and the Penguin coming in the back copter, and Shaggy says, "I'll hide, you go warn the other Scoob," and Scooby said, I don't like that. And then he says, he just flips the order, but he says, all right, you go tell the others I'll hide. And
Scooby's like, all right.
Yeah. It's like, let me tell another Scooby-Doo story. This is my favorite one. So Jonathan Winters crosses over, and they're flipping the coin to see who's going to go in this creepy mail to find out this snooper guy. Well, Shaggy gets out a normal quarter, and he said, look, I'm sorry. He gets out a Canadian quarter on accident, and he says, and Jonathan Winters says, son, you can't flip that. That's a Canadian quarter. If this is in Canada, it'd be perfectly legal. So, anywho, enough of that. That's one of my favorites.
I'm calling the plays now. Here plays.
Here plays. I have those clips. Yes. Okay.
Tails for LSU.
Tails for LSU.
Actually, it should be Tails UConn.
Here's the question.
They're Huskies.
Yes.
We're do Tails UConn.
All right. Here's the question, though. Are we doing 2 out of 3 or just 1?
Well, I guess it's LSU Tigers, so it could have went either way. But we're using the Huskies for Tails. We're just doing 1.
We're just doing 1. Okay. Hopefully it's a good one.
You ready?
Here we go.
Yep.
Okay. It didn't even flip.
It landed heads. I'm
I gotta
kidding.
get some flipping.
All right, get a good flip. All right, and
Okay.
heads.
It's heads. So it's LSU.
No, we're taking UConn. I just said to make your blood boil.
Oh, look at you little son of a bitch. That's what you do to me.
Yeah, I was just messing with you. I told the listeners, I was like, even though I think LSU could definitely win this, I genuinely do. We got to take UConn because that's kind of the whole thing. Like, we always root for them. So we're taking UConn to the national title over South Carolina. Predicting the final score, I'm going to go 65.
Okay, you're going to take UConn? I was going to pose, I think you're going to take South Carolina.
Well, if they get to the national title, they don't lose. Isn't that the whole thing with UConn?
This is true. Whenever they get the national title, they never lose. They have not lost.
They're not going to do that.
So
I mean, the
they're gonna
LSU.
lose, they lose in the
If
final.
I was going to have them lose, I would have made them do it to LSU. So, and I'm saying I think LSU might beat them. You can put that in your cap. But I want to root for UConn, so we're making UConn. It's only fitting that the first ever Big Salad bracket for women's would have UConn as the champion.
Yes.
So let me attempt to get a picture
Of this.
of this.
And we did it in color.
How did we just did it like that? Yeah, that's not
We
good.
didn't get colorful.
Oh, did I just go like this?
Well, let me pull it up real quick.
Yeah, pull it up real quick. See how I did it.
Pull it up real quick. Pull it up real quick.
And I think it'd be a fun, nice thing for UConn to bounce back after having a year that was quite wild.
Well, Paige Beckers was injured.
I know, but I'm saying it'd be nice for them.
You're a big Becker backer.
I am a big Becker backer.
Okay. Hey, I'm not trying to tell you how to run your page, but could you put like our videos in the playlist and put your videos in the playlist?
Yeah, I actually thought about doing that.
Because then I guess it's just easier to navigate.
That's easier to navigate. I know,
Oh, if you know, then why don't you do
because I'd have to sit down and do it.
it? I know, it's tedious work, isn't it?
It is.
Here's your Colgate picture.
Oh my, the Raiders! That's amazing.
Okay, so that's how you did it right there.
It's not in color. I just
I guess
screenshotted
it's not in
this.
color. I thought it was in color. Yeah, so you're going to put the whole thing on there? Because here you just did half. See, you did half, and then you did the other half. Let me see if I just keep going on.
No, I didn't. I just did the top half. I just didn't do it very well.
It's still loading in.
I think I just took a screenshot.
Well,
Let me check. Yep, I did it. There it is. Got it. All right. Well, now we have our women's bracket, and I have the screenshot of it. So
you
that...
did put it at the bottom at one point, though, so you're going to have to make sure you... I guess if you put it all on once, it would work. Yeah.
There you go.
Okay. So the women's bracket, again, Final Four, we took South Carolina, Baylor, LSU, UConn. A 1 seed, 2 seeds, and a 3 seed. Anything can happen this year.
Anything can happen any year.
Anything can happen if you let it, Mary Poppins.
Is that actually what she says?
That's what she says. Didn't you know that?
Huh?
Also, she says a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down.
In the most delightful way. I knew that one.
See?
Just a spoonful of sugar makes the medicine. You gonna move over to men's?
Yes, we're ready to move over to
All right, this is where things get weird and wild. Because it's
Weird.
going to be a crazy year.
Look at you being Johnny Carson. Weird, wild. That was one of his favorite punchlines to do.
Really, it was?
Yes,
I didn't know that.
Johnny Carson.
Things are getting a little weird. Things are getting a little wild.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully Quinn and I can weather that storm, though. Here we go. The official Big Salad Men's March Madness Bracket.
Yes.
Starting up in the West region, we have Gonzaga, Georgia State, and they take Georgia State to start off.
Well, because Ryan's like that.
I'm
That's what he
kidding.
wants.
All right, we're going to take Gonzaga.
We're taking the Zags. The Zags.
I do not believe Gonzaga's going on a national title run, but we will discuss that later.
We will discuss that somehow.
I think you do.
I think I do.
But you talked about that last year, too, and it did not happen.
And yes, but they did get close.
Not arguing. All right.
Okay.
Boise State, Memphis. Definitely Memphis here,
I'm
right?
definitely taking Boise State right here because I really like the Mountain West Conference. You look at the statistics.
All right. Well, Boise State has a better record, but... they even give us a little team summary here. Memphis has a much higher profile team. I mean, they beat Houston 2 out of 3 times. Virginia Tech, Alabama by 14. Whereas the Boise State lost to St. Louis. They lost to Colorado State.
Both times.
Both times. Like I'm saying, I definitely think Memphis here is the answer. I think they're a much higher profile team.
I really think it's Boise State because I think their team is better. I think it's cohesive, and Memphis has been up and down.
We can go Boise State, but I'm going to keep that in my back pocket. So,
We'll go for the coin.
no, next time I'll take you. I'll let you have Boise
Oh,
State.
you're going to let me have Boise State.
I'll let you have Boise State. UConn, New Mexico State.
I think I'm going with the Aggies here.
Also,
Aggies
our
over the
Twilight Zone
Huskies.
episode ended, so...
That's right. We got to put in a new one, don't we?
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm resetting the tape
He's
now.
resetting the tape. He's got to rewind the tape. And every time we do this, I have to always bring up the story from Seinfeld where George, he had to return a tape, and it was not rewound. So, instead of paying that $2 fee, it was cheaper for him to keep it one more day late. Because he didn't want to give the guy the satisfaction.
UConn, New Mexico State, Quinn.
I want to take the Aggies.
I do too.
Okay.
I want to take.
Let's take the Aggies.
Yeah. I want to take New Mexico State.
I want to take that.
Arkansas, Vermont. I'm gonna go Arkansas.
I'm telling you, if Vermont was in a different matchup, I would have taken Vermont.
Same.
But I like Musselman. I
Same.
like Arkansas.
Same.
I'm taking Arkansas. They're hot right
All right, Bama, Rutgers. You can really talk me into a Rutgers or North Dakota,
wrong,
Notre
it's
Dame.
Notre Dame.
I meant to say
Yes.
Notre Dame. Notre Dame argument here. Like, I'm actually fine with that.
I'm gonna see. I'm taking Alabama because
Bama to me was a lot more attractive last
I
year.
have trust in Nate Oates.
Okay. Tex Tech. I love this team. Tex Tech.
Yes, I'm gonna take
I
Texas
have.
Tech too.
They're kind of my favorite to win the national title.
Yes.
It's them and
I
Arizona and Villanova are like my three I
We'll
really
have
like.
conversations about that later.
All right, Michigan State, Davidson.
We have to take Sparty.
I know, but
19.
there's a real argument for Davidson here.
There is.
I have
the
a
problem
bracket.
Here's the problem with these two teams. My own team, Michigan State, inconsistent. We do not have a leading scorer. Davidson, the problem is that they're on the downturn because Foster Lawyer, who was at Michigan State transfer over to them,
they'll
had
be
some
marketing
injuries.
that.
They are. That's why they made the matchup. It's a storyline. So they have been. He has been injured a little bit. Plus, they've been on a downturn. They lost the A10 tournament championship as well. So we'll see how they go.
Duke. Got to take Duke
California
over.
State Fullerton. Yes, we're taking Duke.
All right, so now Gonzaga, Boise State, Zaga.
I'm taking the Zags.
New Mexico State, Arkansas. I want to go Musselman.
I'm going to go Arkansas.
Tex Tech, Bama, Tex Tech.
Wrong.
I'm going to. You're not getting me off the Texas Tech train. You're not getting me off of it. Best defense in the nation.
Taking Alabama.
Nope, we're taking Texas Tech.
Let's see the matchup. I want to see.
First off, let's look at the records.
let's see the stats.
All right, opponents' points per game. Texas Tech limits teams to 60 points.
Oh.
In conference, Alabama's 9-9. Texas Tech is 12-6.
Well, let's look at these notable results down here.
Fine.
Up.
You can read these out loud. Read out the
All
notable
right.
results and the team summaries. While I change
Are you
the tape.
ready? Right here. Notable results for Alabama. They beat Gonzaga. Why? Texas Tech lost to them. Alabama, they lost Kentucky twice. They beat Houston by 1, Baylor by 9, Texas A&M they lost to, Tennessee they beat, Auburn they lost twice, Arkansas they beat once. Texas Tech, the rest of them they beat Baylor both times. They went 1-2 against Kansas. They beat Tennessee. They beat Texas both times. They lost to Providence and they beat Oklahoma 2 out of 3 times. So it sounds like a pretty even matchup to me right there.
It does. That's why if you're not going to agree with me, we're going to flip a coin. Because
All right, guess what? It's yours, so you get to flip it this time.
Let me put in this tape.
Uh-oh. He's got to get his tape ready.
Putting in the next tape of Twilight Zone.
All right, here we go. Ryan.
Tails for Tech.
Tails for Tech. Look at you. I don't know how you catch that thing. Look at you. You get Texas Tech.
There it is.
It's not the end of my bracket.
Good.
Anyway.
Good. Duke, Michigan State, you can really talk me into anything here.
I don't know why he's saying that because I'm definitely taking Duke.
All right, I got
There's
a buddy.
only one team I was for sure that Michigan State was beating Duke, and I'm going to tell you right now, and that was Cassius Winston, baby.
That's true. All right, Gonzaga, Arkansas. I think this will be more of a game people realize. We're going to take
Taking the
Zags.
Zags.
Tex Tech, Duke. I want to take Tech.
I want to take Duke.
I think if there's any team that's going to beat Duke here, I think it's Tech or Gonzaga. I think Tech could beat them. You want to flip a coin again? Mm-hmm. Why don't you like Texas Tech?
I just don't. I mean, I'm not saying that defense doesn't win championships. I'm just saying you got to. It's called basketball.
I mean, that kind of is what you're saying.
Hold on. Hold the phone here. What's it called? It's called basketball. And what do you have to do? You have to put the ball in the basket.
If Duke beats them, I'm putting Duke over Gonzaga. That is my ultimatum.
Oh, well, then I will settle for Texas Tech because then I will take Gonzaga to get the Final Four.
I would rather have Duke in the Final Four than Gonzaga. I don't think Gonzaga's coming out of this division.
Wrong.
Fine. We'll put Texas Tech over Duke, and Gonzaga go to the Final Four. There you go. You get what you want. Baylor, Norfolk State taking Baylor, North Carolina, Marquette. I kind of want to go Marquette.
We're in the East now, baby. We're in the East.
I want to go Marquette over North Carolina.
I want to take North Carolina, though.
Okay. I wasn't too selling that.
Okay.
St. Mary's, I could definitely get seeing them get upset, but you really like them. I'll let you have it.
We'll take
UCLA, Akron. You could almost talk me into an Akron upset.
I know you want to do it,
but I won't. VT Texas, got to do it.
I'm taking Virginia Tech.
Purdue over Yale. San Francisco over Murray State.
Kentucky over St. Peter's. Not Mansfield.
Baylor, North Carolina, Baylor.
Taking Baylor.
St. Mary's,
St.
UCLA.
Mary's.
I'm cool with UCLA
St.
losing that
Mary's.
early. VT, Purdue.
I want to take.
I want to
Virginia
take Tech, but I like
Virginia
Purdue.
Tech.
But I like Purdue. Here's my issue. A part of me wants to take the San Francisco, Kentucky upset. You're not going to let me do that.
No, but I will let you take the Virginia Tech because that's what I have. I want to take Virginia Tech. Over
I
Purdue.
know that. I'm saying, will you let me take Purdue? Purdue always gets upset. I might as well. Virginia Tech always works their way into the Sweet 16, it feels like. So,
Plus, they're hot right now. They're hot.
yeah, Virginia Tech's beating Purdue. San Francisco, Kentucky, can we please take the Dons?
No, we're definitely taking the Wildcats. The Dons are not going to make it there.
You're saying this can happen right here?
That will not be happening unless Bill Russell's coming back on that court.
Right now, you think 90-year-old Bill Russell's going to come out?
Well, he's not.
For those of you
yet,
that you obviously can't see what I did, I clicked all the way so San Francisco won the national title.
Yes, so they're not winning the national title unless Bill Russell's out there rebounding.
Kentucky, San Francisco will take Kentucky. Baylor, St. Mary's, Baylor. I'm not letting you put St. Mary's any farther. Virginia Tech, Kentucky, I'm taking Virginia Tech. I'm not a huge fan of this Kentucky team.
I'd like to take Kentucky. And I disagree. I don't want to take Baylor. I want to take St. Mary's.
No, I'm not letting you put St. Mary's that far.
Whoa! Whoa! I think that calls for a coin flip right there.
All right, wait, can we compromise? We'll take Baylor and Kentucky, or we'll take, you know what I mean? We have to take one or the other.
You want to take both the upsets, or you want to take
No.
upsets?
I'm saying you're either taking Kentucky and St. Mary's, or we're
That's
taking
what I
Baylor
wanted.
VT.
Okay, we'll flip the coin for that.
Wait, no, that doesn't make sense.
That's what you wanted, though.
Baylor, I don't know how to set this up. All I'm saying
You just
is...
clicked those two teams. You wanted Baylor, Virginia Tech. I want the opposite in St. Mary's, Kentucky. We flipped
There it
the
is.
coin.
We flipped the coin.
We flipped the
You
coin.
ready?
Okay.
You work it.
What do you want?
I want Baylor, Virginia Tech. I want
I
tails.
got that.
Tails never fails.
Tails never fails. You got it again, you son of a bitch. You got two of them.
Virginia Tech over Kentucky and Virginia Tech over Baylor. I just feel like it's a weird year.
Oh, whoa. I didn't know we were taking Virginia Tech over Baylor.
Can we do that?
I'm taking Baylor. Then.
Fine.
I'm definitely
Fine,
taking Baylor.
fine. We're going to have 2 number 1 seeds in a year that I think is going to be a lot
I
of
really
upsets.
didn't want it. I wanted Kentucky, but you chose not to. You wanted to go that route. So
Well, I just
Nope.
like the Virginia... Fine. We'll do Kentucky all the way.
Wrong.
We can do Kentucky to
Nope,
the
you
Final
want
Four.
it. You want it fair and square. Take your Baylor Tech.
I'm allowed to change my mind.
No, I'm not.
A smart
changing
man
your mind.
changes his mind, Quinn.
Wrong answer. Yeah, then you know what? Then you're wrong because you changed your mind when you were right originally. So you might as well just stick with your gut and go with it. You got it.
But if I'm taking VT and putting him in the Final Four,
No,
you won't let me.
I will not.
So
let
I'd rather put Kentucky because I don't think Baylor's coming out of this division.
Why can't they beat Virginia Tech?
Baylor, I just don't picture Baylor in the Final Four. I just don't think they got the mojo right. I think they're going to succumb to the fact they won it last year.
Look.
So we're either going to take Virginia Tech over them or Kentucky over them. If it takes me taking Kentucky over them,
I'm definitely not putting.
Kentucky in the Final Four.
I'm not putting Virginia Tech in the Final Four. I will let you take them to the Elite Eight, but I will not let them beat the Final.
Okay, so can we do Kentucky to the Final Four?
Okay, you just wanted to take Virginia Tech to the Elite Eight. Why don't you take them to the Elite Eight and take Baylor to the Final Four?
Because I don't like Baylor in the Final Four.
Well,
That's the
then-
real
Then
enemy
why'd you take them
here.
to the Elite Eight? Because then they get a 50-50 shot to go to the Final Four.
True, but I think they could beat St. Mary's. They could beat North Carolina. I don't think they can beat Kentucky or Virginia Tech. We're taking Kentucky to the Final Four over Baylor.
Oh,
That's what we're doing.
okay.
What's wrong with that? Why do you like Baylor so much?
I don't like Baylor. I wanted Kentucky anyway, but you won the coin flip to get Virginia Tech there.
Yeah,
But if you're giving my hypothetical matchup of Baylor, Virginia Tech, I want Baylor. That's what you're wanting. You wanted.
but I would rather have
Final
Kentucky
Four. Okay.
there. I changed my mind.
Okay.
Arizona,
We're in the South now.
Arizona, TCU
Over Wright
over Seton
State.
Hall.
And Bryant. I want TCU. I want Jamie Dixon as well.
Houston,
Nope.
no, you like this UAB
I like
team?
UAB. I think UAB is going to win.
I'm fine with that. I don't really like Houston.
Yep.
Illinois,
Upset. I want Illinois, even though I'm tempted to take Chattanooga.
Colorado State, Michigan.
I want Colorado State there.
I think Michigan's a better bet, just because it's Michigan.
Okay, but this team is also 17 and 14.
I don't even know how they got a bid that well.
Exactly. My Dayton team should have been in. Let's look at the notable results. What do the notable results say? Okay.
They beat
Colorado-
Boise State
Colorado
twice.
State. Yes, I did see that. I remember that.
They beat all your teams. St. Mary's, Boise State,
and
Creighton.
Creighton. That was your team.
Creighton, that's my team.
And then let's look at Michigan. They lost to
No,
Arizona.
yeah, we don't have to look at Michigan. They're
Yeah,
bad. We're taking
they're
Colorado
bad.
State.
Okay, see, I convinced you. And then
Tennessee beats
Tennessee
Longwood.
over Longwood.
Ohio
and then-
State Loyola. I'm taking Ohio State.
Wrong. We're taking the Ramblers for Sister Jean, baby.
Okay, but they have to lose to Villanova. I'm not letting them go any farther. I'm not letting you put them over Villanova. I know you did it too.
I know you were cheating looking at my sheets.
No, I literally wasn't. I just know you. I know you like Loyola Chicago.
You know me.
All right,
Okay.
we're putting Villanova over Loyola Chicago, though. I'm
Okay,
not letting this go any
hold on.
farther.
We gotta get, what are you doing starting at the bottom? We gotta go back to the top.
I get excited. Arizona, TCU.
Well, calm down. Okay, Arizona.
UAB, Illinois.
I was tempted for UAB, but Illinois is fine.
Colorado, Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Villanova, Loyola. I'm not letting this
really
Loyola
want
run
you
any
to take
farther.
Loyola
I like
Chicago.
Villanova a lot. You're making me coin flip? No! No!
Whoa. If I had the coin flip for Virginia Tech when you were fighting yourself over there, why shouldn't there be a coin flip over the Ramblers?
Because I ended up changing my mind and letting you have it.
Oh, I see. So you caved. That means I get it. Okay. Look at that. You're going all chalk up there then. I'm trying to break it up for you.
That's why I wanted Virginia Tech in the Final Four. He wouldn't let me do it.
Yeah, because I gave it 2. That's not a... Okay. Anyway. Arizona, Illinois. What are you taking? I'm taking Arizona if you're in for that.
Yes.
Okay.
Tennessee, Villanova is an issue.
Yeah, it is a big issue. Tennessee.
Wait, are you making me... You're letting me take Villanova or Loyola? Oh, we have a coin flip on it. We have to coin flip on Villanova, Loyola. You wanted it. I'll flip it.
Okay.
I'm taking tails. You're taking heads like every time.
I got stuff with head every time. So that's
Oh, you want to do heads? You want to do tails?
No, just keep me at heads.
The odds are in your favor.
I know they are.
There it is. We can take Loyola over Villanova.
I want to see the proof here. Okay. Good job, George Washington.
If we're taking
This guy never tells a lie. Got it?
That's Lincoln.
No, it's not.
Lincoln never tells a lie. He was Honest Abe. It's Honest Abe. Is it both? It's both. Fine. I don't know.
I don't know.
You're getting really excited over this presidential. Oh my gosh! Loyola lost a frickin' Michigan State fight.
Yes, they did.
And we're putting them.
But they beat San Francisco.
But Villanova. Oh my gosh, Quinn. Villanova beat Tennessee by 18 points.
I don't give a damn. That happened in the season.
Fine. All right. Fine. When they lose to Villanova, we're going to come back to this point.
See right here. That's when he was talking about cutting down the cherry tree.
Oh, okay.
Okay, it's not true, but it's a myth about it. Father, I cannot tell a lie. I cut the tree. See? It's just a little myth.
You know what? Just because of that, we're putting Virginia Tech in the Elite Eight and Baylor over the Final Four.
Okay, then are you?
I changed my mind back.
You need to make a decision. When we're done with the bracket, we're done with it.
Fine.
Okay.
Fine.
Done.
I went back because I'm
All
so
right.
upset by you cutting out Villanova.
I'm cutting. Okay. Well, we got Tennessee and Loyola Chicago. I want the Volunteers there.
That's fine.
Okay, and then I want to put the Volunteers in the Final Four. Rick Barnes, baby.
I think this Arizona
First
team
ever
is young.
Final Four.
I think they could definitely compete for the national title, but I understand the Tennessee arguments. We'll put Tennessee in
Are
there.
you sure?
Yeah, we'll flip it.
Let's flip it. Okay.
I like Arizona.
Okay.
Tails. Heads. Your heads.
Shit. I didn't use the I didn't catch it.
I think it's heads. I think I saw it.
Nope, tails.
Okay, take Arizona.
We got Arizona.
So we have 3 number 1 seeds, which I hate.
All right, in the Midwest now, taking Kansas. And then...
Creighton.
Nope. Aztecs.
I want to take Creighton. I really do. I like Creighton. Also,
Flip it up.
final decision, we're putting Kentucky in the Final Four. Just because
Okay.
I don't like doing 3 number 1s. I don't think it feels right.
Yeah. Are you done? Figured it out? You know what you're doing?
Yeah, I threw the quarter on the ground, essentially. Do you want to count that?
I was letting you reflip because I threw mine on the ground, too.
There it is. Heads both
Heads
times.
again.
San Diego State's going against
The Aztecs, in honor of Steve Fisher. We're going for you.
Iowa Richmond. I want to go Iowa.
I'm taking Iowa because they're hot right now.
Providence, South Dakota State. We're taking
No.
South Dakota.
Yes, we're taking the Jackrabbits.
Yep, Jackrabbits. Iowa State, LSU. I want to go Iowa State.
I'm going to go Iowa State. LSU's wheeling right now. They just fired their head coach and associate head coach.
Wisconsin, Colgate. Got to go Wisconsin.
Because you don't, because we're done with that too.
USC, Miami, and believe in the Mobley brother.
Yep, I'm taking USC.
Auburn over
Auburn,
Jayville State.
which is Jacksonville.
Jacksonville. That's what that is.
All right, back to the top. Kansas over the Aztecs.
Yep. Iowa South
over
Dakota.
South Dakota State because they're hot.
Yeah, they are. Iowa State, Wisconsin. I would like to go Iowa State.
I'd like to go Wisconsin.
Okay, but I know what you're going to say after
Look
this,
in
and
the
I'm not
thing.
going to like it.
No, I want you to go listen and I want you to look in the.
No. I'm not arguing with the Wisconsin thing. I just know you're going to put them over Auburn, and I will not stand for this. USC, Auburn over, obviously.
Auburn.
Kansas, Iowa. I feel like
Taking
Kansas is the better team.
I'm taking Kansas. Remy Martin's.
But I
gonna
could see
carve
an
up the
upset
Hawkeyes.
here.
I could see the upset too, but
Do you want to? We haven't taken that many upsets with big
here's
teams.
Here's the thing: Fran McCaffrey always underperforms in the tournament. That's why I'm not going to pick Iowa.
True. Auburn, Wisconsin. I would. If
I'd like to
whoever
go
wins
with
this, we're taking to the
Badgers.
Final Four.
Badgers.
Whichever one you think can beat Kansas.
Wrong, because I took Kansas.
I'm not. We're not taking 3 #1 seeds. I refuse.
Well, I tried to take Tennessee. You wouldn't take him.
Yeah. All right.
Flip it.
We'll take Tennessee that time. I hate because here's the thing. If we're being
Right.
perfectly honest, you cannot take more than like one #1 seed. It doesn't make sense. Like it genuinely doesn't. It doesn't happen like that.
You win all these coin tosses and you just give them up to me.
Yeah, I do.
I don't know
'Cause-
why you do that.
Well, then I'll keep the Arizona one.
Keep the Arizona one. You won it.
All right,
This
true.
is the Kentucky thing. You won the...
So you want me to change it back to before I got
Baylor?
tricky?
Yes, keep the Baylor because that's what you got.
All right. So we're going with what the original coin toss was.
I think we're going to go for all 4 #1 seeds even though we don't want to. Even though I don't want to.
Well, can we take Wisconsin over Kansas? Or can we take Auburn over Kansas?
I wanted to take...
Because I like Auburn. I would rather have them over Kansas.
I have more trust in...
Let's look at the notables for Kansas and Auburn.
Okay.
They have the best player in the country right now for Jabari Smith for Auburn. So Kansas lost by 18 to Kentucky.
And Auburn beat Kentucky.
By 9. They beat LSU by 15, but they did lose to Arkansas, but they didn't, they beat Alabama twice. I feel like that's the main game, though. Losing by 18, but then winning by 9 for Auburn.
Okay, I will settle with Auburn for you here.
Thank you.
Just to make you happy.
Thank you.
Just to appease you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Final Four, Arizona, Auburn, Gonzaga, Baylor. Gonzaga, Baylor will
Take
go
the
Zags. Arizona, Auburn. I would like to go Auburn.
Yes, because I took Kansas, so that's the same bracket.
So our national title pick, I will not go Gonzaga.
I will go
We're going to have to coin
Gonzaga.
flip it. Because I refuse to go Gonzaga.
Okay, it's up to me.
It is. Tails for me, heads for you.
Okay, give me this. I just shot up in the air like a rocket. Here you go. You got your Auburn.
Thank the
You
Lord.
won almost 7 out of the 9 coin flips we do, and then you changed your mind halfway through, so I basically won everything.
But we changed it back to that. So,
We're taking 87-80.
you think lower?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
70, 77?
Nope. I'm thinking like 75, 67.
68.
Why do you have to have 7 in between? Why is your 7 your interval?
All right.
Are you obsessed with 7s?
I don't know. 7 was kind of my favorite number when I was younger.
7 days of the week, 7 periods a day, 7 days of school, 7 schools of thought.
True.
There you go.
All right.
Anyway.
So, right now, this is our bracket.
Yes, so just to recap, Final Four,
I knew this was going to be an
Zags,
onslaught
Baylor,
between us because I knew neither of
and
us really agreed on a lot of these.
Arizona, Auburn, winners, Zags, Auburn.
What?
Auburn with the win.
I knew it was going to be an onslaught this year because you and I did not agree on very much. Last year we agreed on Illinois. This year I knew we were a lot
Yeah,
different.
then we got distant. We got doomed. We got decimated by Illinois for our love for them.
I like you're going to do with Loyola Chicago this year. They're going to lose to Ohio State first round.
Ohio State always loses in the first round.
You want to I will literally guarantee it that
You're gonna literally guarantee it out there.
Loyola Chicago will not make it past Villanova and Ohio State. They will lose. One of these two. Guaranteed. We'll have to come back to it. We'll talk about it next week.
We will talk
If
about it
Loyola
next
Chicago loses before the Sweet 16, we will be talking about it, and you will be giving a public apology to me.
I'm not giving you
A public apology.
It's a bracket. It's not a crime.
It is to me.
Well,
All right? I'm upset. I wanted Villanova in the frickin' Final Four.
do it in your own bracket. You make multiple of them.
Yeah, but I got two that matter. One of my friends, one of my family.
And this one doesn't?
Well, this one matters too, but I'm saying out of the ones that, other than this, there's only like 3 I really care about, and it's this one and those 2. But this one's not fully me. It's us shared.
I know.
So it's a little different.
I know.
Because this was mine. If this was mine, I would have Texas Tech. My Final Four would be Texas Tech,
And if this was
Purdue, Villanova and Auburn, and then I'd have my national title Texas Tech over Villanova.
Wrong. Mine would be, if it was my own, it would be in the Final Four, the Zags, Kentucky, Tennessee, Kansas.
And who's your national title?
Gonzaga, Kansas.
2 number ones. This isn't 2021 anymore, Quinn. Living in 2022, baby.
I got that.
What are you doing?
Just give me a second.
Seen some Illinois chatter for national title. I'm still mad at them over last year.
Okay, well, guess what? We're going to know real early because guess what the first game is on Friday? Ohio State, Loyola, Chicago. So we're going to know real quick if Sister Jean's Magic is back. And you want to know what the betting line is right now? Even.
Good.
So suck it,
we
baby.
We can bet $10 each.
Next one buys dinner.
Fine.
Okay.
It's fine with me.
Okay. All right, we'll see what happens.
For the Ohio State Loyola Chicago game, or is it just them losing to Nova or Ohio State?
That's just Ohio State, Loyola, Chicago.
Fine of me.
Okay.
59%.
That doesn't mean anything.
61%. 54-61. Loyola is familiar with making noise as a lower seed in recent years. The Ramblers reached Final Four as an 11 seed in 2018 and a Sweet 16 last year as an 8 seed. They are an experienced team that ranks among the nation's leaders in 2-point field goal percentage and 3-point field percentage, led by the youngest coach in D1, 30-year-old Drew Valentine. They also defend at a high level, allowing just 61.7 points per game. Ohio State could be a sleeper team in this year's tournament. The Buckeyes finished the season with an impressive resume, notching wins over Duke, Seton Hall, Illinois, and splitting their season series with Wisconsin and Michigan. They must lean on star forward E.J. Liddell if they want to make a deep run. The junior leads Ohio State in points, rebounds, and the blocks. Ohio State, notable results. Beat Duke by 5, lost to Purdue by 3, beat Illinois in Illinois by 3, lost to Iowa, split with Wisconsin, split with Michigan, beat Seton Hall, and beat Michigan State by 11. Loyola Chicago, on the other hand, lost to Michigan State by 2.
In the Bahamas.
And lost to Auburn.
But they did beat the Dons of San Francisco.
And wouldn't let me put them over Kentucky. I like San Francisco as an upset team.
I hear you.
The Dons. All right, this is going to be a fun one. That'll be a fun year.
Yep.
I heard we got another advertisement coming in.
I know. I think we had another message from our sponsor.
The 11th, 12th, and 13th holes at Augusta are fondly referred to as Amen Corner. In last year's final round at the Masters, Curtis Strange was in the lead when his second shot at 13 landed right here in Rays Creek. His third shot added to his frustration, and as Strange faltered, Amen Corner had claimed another victim, and West Germany's Bernhard Langer surged to victory. A tradition unlike any other, the Masters on CBS Sports.
This is CBS.
I kind of hate ourselves for doing that. We're just putting our listeners through pain.
Well, I don't think so because they learned about Amen Corner because I didn't even know about Amen Corner until that commercial with Jim Nance right there. Jim Nance, that was 36 years ago at 25 years old working as a sideline reporter for the Masters.
I got a quick special section.
Uh-huh.
So my friend showed me this game. The NBA equivalent to Wordle. It's called Pirtle, named after Jakob Pirtle for the San Antonio Spurs. You get 8 guesses. You try any current NBA player. Green in any column indicates a match. Yellow in the team, it's like Wordle.
Yes, it's like Wordle.
So, start out with a guess. We're just going to start out with somebody who's...
Are you going to do Giannis?
Yeah, we'll start with Giannis as my guess. Giannis Antetokounmpo. All right, so...
So we know he's a forward.
We know he's a forward. But he's not... He's shorter than 6'11". He's younger than 27. And he's not the number 34. I've actually already played this once today, so I'm just going to put in stuff because I actually played it earlier today. I know who this is.
Do I get a guess, though?
Yeah, do you want to get... You're not going to get him. He's a role player for the Spurs.
You don't know what I want.
I would be shocked if you got him. You play. What's your next guess, Quinn?
Well, if we know he's on the Spurs, then I guess we guess it's somebody with the Spurs.
All right.
Now, the question is, who's on the Spurs right now?
Derek White.
Is that the person?
No, but I'm saying, he's on Boston now. He just got traded. He's 6'4", so your guy you're looking for is 6'4".
Okay.
Okay. Younger 27, lower than the number 9.
How about Kyle Anderson?
He is on the
He's on the Grizzlies?
Southwest Division.
Hey, I'm getting hotter.
Forward guard position. Shorter than 6'9". Shorter. I mean, not shorter. Younger than 28. But he
Okay.
is the number 1. So he's number 1
All
on the
right,
Spurs
is it
because I already
Patty
told you the
Mills?
team.
Patty Mills.
He is on the Nets now.
Damn it.
And actually, I didn't get today's question right. I was very disappointed in myself.
Who was the other one that was there?
Tony Parker?
No.
He's a young guy. You're not going to get him. I'm just going to have to give it to you, Quinn. You have 8 guesses, but I think it's over for you, dude.
And Lonnie Walker the fourth?
Lonnie Walker the 4th.
I don't know who that is, but there you go.
I know who he was, and it was really tough. That's a tough one to get. So, but yeah, that is. Oh yeah, the yellow means that he at one point played for this team, but just not currently if it's in the team column. And the yellow in the position column means a partial match. So yeah. Yellow in any other column is like means it's within 2, so inches, years, or numbers.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a new player every day. So I played today, and it was Lonnie Walker the 4th, and I didn't get it. I was very upset with myself. And you can also have a little silhouette of the person. His silhouette is not that distinct. So yeah, Pirtle. I'm probably gonna play it every day. So probably next week we'll play. I'll try not to play before the episode. So I'll try.
I have not played my Wordle today yet. I gotta do that when I get home.
Yeah, I enjoy Pirtle because it's really fun.
Yes.
Do they have, the real question is, do they have NFL Wordle? Because they made NFL Wordle. Let's see it. Oh, Wordle now has a football spinoff. I just saw the article. Maybe you and I can try it together real quick. Because my friend sent me his Pirtle results. Because Wordle is very popular. MLB Wordle is right here. Oh, it's Wardle! Yes, I've actually seen some guys do this, yeah. That's the MLB one, is Wardle. Football, here's the football one. Where is this? Oh, it meant soccer. Well, that's no fun. Are there any NFL Wordle? I'm trying to read it. Nope, there isn't. So we can do the MLB one. You want to try it?
Okay, let's try it. Joey Votto, start it out.
It's the best.
He's got the most thank yous in Big Salad history.
He does.
Oh!
My!
Okay.
So he's right-handed, Central Division, on the Reds.
And he throws right-handed.
And yeah, so he's on the Reds. That's
So
huge.
that makes it easy. How about Jonathan India?
Oh my gosh!
I got it in 2! There we go!
Holy crap!
See, that's my real Wordle skill. This is what I text my mom.
Whoa!
I text my mom every day. We compete to get the Wordle faster. I say Wordle in 2, and I do the emoji.
Oh, the
Little sass.
Yeah,
Little sass right there
little
with my
sass.
hand out.
Real
Ready to
quick, don't move. I'm gonna sign into the Big Salad Twitter and tweet that we just did that. That was
Yes.
crap,
Joey
Quinn.
Votto, you've always been a thank you. You helped us out.
That was the perfect pick. Because then you just said Jonathan India. That was... We gotta play Wardle again next week.
Yes, put it on the list.
Maybe we should play Wardle every day. And you can send me the link. And then when we, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Then when we record, we won't do it that day.
I will
I will send you the link every day. And you and I can play the 2 of us and see who gets it faster. But I'll be at school, so, you know, we'll just... If you can get it. That was...
Hey, you're missing your L there. You know you don't even have to type in at gmail.com when you have a Gmail account. You just do sort of kind of.
Ah, sorry. Yeah, sorry. I wasn't thinking about it. I wasn't thinking about it.
I wonder if you remember that. I didn't know if you knew that trick.
I did. I've
Some
seen
people don't know it.
you do it, but...
Well, it's because I'm a cool cat. Cool cat.
Yeah, you're totally a cool cat.
I am a cool cat.
Yeah, I guess you are. I just like messing with you. Let me go to our Twitter.
Hey, turnabout's fair play. You know that.
What does that mean?
What do you think it means? You like messing with me, turnabout's fair play.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's
I wasn't
how it
thinking about it in
goes.
context. I was just...
Oh.
Quinn, I am flat out blown away. We made one guess. You said Jonathan India. Boom. Nailed it.
Yep.
All right, you want to kick us to... Oh, wait.
I got to kick you to happy time today.
Yes, you do.
All right. Hey, you signed me out, you SOB.
I didn't mean to do that. But we can still see it. It's not a big deal.
Happy time, people. Kick it over to Ryan.
Happy 24th birthday to the one and only Justin Herbert. Oh my gosh, does my girlfriend make fun of me all the time for the fact that I love me some... What? What are you looking at? The episode of Twilight Zone? Yeah. My girlfriend makes fun of me all the time for the fact that I have yet to decide whether I like Mahomes or Herbert more, because some days I'll say Mahomes, other days I'll say Herbert, and she just loves to make fun of me and say that I don't really know what I want and that I'm a dirty lying cheating fan. But point is, I do love me some Justin Herbert.
Well,
he might be my favorite. I'm not sure. I really need to decide by the time season starts. So
hey, you need to find out the one that you want. There, John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John.
I do.
Together.
I mean, Justin Herbert's
We
definitely the
watched
prettier
recent-
dude with the hair and everything.
He's got the hair.
He's got some gray
He's
hair.
got the hair. What's funny about Justin Herbert is, since I can do the side comments for this one, is that Brian Flores wanted to draft him in Miami, and they took Tua, and now they're still searching for if Tua is still their franchise quarterback, why the Chargers are set for the next 10 years, barring injury. And Ryan is tweeting right now, and when he's done, we'll go back to the script so I know what to say about some anniversary.
This is the first time I think I've ever tweeted while we were recording.
Yes, this is a live tweet from the recording.
Don't read it out loud, though, because I'm going to restate one of these lines at the end of this show, if you know what I mean. Boom. There it is. We tweeted.
Okay.
All right. Sorry. Kicking you next.
All right. Happy anniversary, Kemba Walker. This around this day 11 years ago, Kemba Walker made this very play in the Madison Square Garden in the Big East Championship.
By Wanamaker with 10 seconds to go. Coombs McDaniel on the screen. Walker with 7.
Got a mismatch.
Walker on McGee with 4. Kemba Walker. Step back. Walker. Cardiac Kemba does it again. UConn wins at the buzzer.
What's funny is about that play is that that's the greatest play and the last greatest play he's ever going to have in the Madison Square Garden when he's not playing currently for the Knicks, even though he's been with them all season. Not injured, just not playing.
Yeah, that's it's an odd... The trials of Kemba Walker have been very odd.
They have been. They very have been. And also a happy first anniversary to the Sort of Sports Big Salad Podcast.
Yeah!
1 year ago, almost to the day, did we start this podcast journey together, and 33 episodes later, we're here. So,
Yeah.
there we
I mean,
are.
you haven't kicked me
33
off
episodes,
yet.
2 seasons. Well, hold on. You have the equipment. I couldn't kick you off, so how that?
I know, but you could just, kick me out in the middle of my house and take my stuff, and then I'd never know the better.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know about that.
We want to
But-
throw back? I'll turn up the volume and we can hear it.
We actually do have a clip that I put up in there for the numbers for you to clip in if you wanted to.
All right.
Okay, if that is okay.
That sounds good.
So you'll plug that in and hear about Ryan's rant here.
Shout out to, I think Grant Hill said it, but I'm sure Raph thought of it. Cup of Kofi. That is great. He's like, give that man a cup of Kofi after Coburn. He wanted them to give the ball to Coburn. That's glorious, and I think they need to really push that as kind of a battle cry for Illinois, because that's pretty great. I think that's pretty funny.
And you were just obsessed with that toothpaste motto to go with Colgate last year. I figured we just had to replug that in, especially since they're back in the tournament.
Yeah, I'm not taking them this year.
Yes. And melancholy trails to both Katie Meyer and Harry Miller. Over the last year, it has been a big storyline about athletes and their mental health, whether it came from Simone Biles to Naomi Osaka, and now to these two young athletes, collegiate athletes. Katie Meyer, a Stanford swimmer, committed suicide because of her mental health issues going on in the beginning of this month. The university found that there was no other foul play except for her committing suicide because of these issues. And recently, former Ohio State football player Harry Miller decided to medically retire from football, citing his mental health issues, and he was very open in a recent story about cutting himself and struggling with his mental health. Our thoughts and prayers go out to Katie Meyer's family to mourn her death, and to Harry Miller to hopefully he finds help to overcome those mental health issues. Ryan, any shout-outs or thank yous to close out today?
I think it's going to be very obvious. We got to give it a thank you to Joey Votto. He won us the game of Wordle. That was amazing.
Yes.
I will be sending you the link tomorrow. We can, see you can get the MLB player in the least amount of guesses. And if I do well, maybe I'll tweet the results on the podcast page.
You might be doing that. You might be turning into.
I saw Foolish
turning into
Baseball.
one of those Facebookers or tweeters that tweet about their Wordle results every day. Now you're doing the Wordle.
Yeah, but the Wordle's much cooler.
I see.
Foolish Baseball tweeted about it. That means it is cool, because I love Foolish Baseball.
Yeah.
He's the one that makes the little baseball bets, you
Yeah.
know? I love those.
Yeah.
Classics.
I actually don't think I have a shout out or a thank you today because
Nothing in
there's
Law and
nothing
Order.
nope, nothing crazy going on right now. Other than I will be off Thursday, Friday to watch all the games coming out to start off. That's what I favorite do. It's my two of my favorite days of the year besides my birthday and Christmas. So that's how we go there.
I got a quick question.
Uh-huh.
Power rank it really quick. March Madness, college football college football playoff, NBA playoffs. Actually, no, we're doing the whole playoff or just the championship?
Well, this is a tournament, so I'd say the whole playoff.
So the whole playoff, NFL playoff, MLB playoff.
All right.
What's your favorite?
March Madness,
Yep.
NFL, MLB. What was the one before NBA? The other
College football. NHL. I forgot to say NHL.
one? Ooh, NHL, NBA, college football.
I would say.
Those two are interchangeable at the bottom.
Okay. I would say bottom for me, college football playoff. Feel like it's usually pretty underwhelming. Then it's easier to go top to bottom, so I'll start top. March Madness for me, then NBA playoffs. I think it's fun. I think the games are really competitive. It's the best basketball you have for the NBA. And as a big NBA fan, I enjoy that. Then, honestly, this is really tough for me because I really actually like MLB playoffs. I think it's a lot of fun. But usually, an upset team doesn't really get upset like you wish. So, NFL playoff, MLB, NHL. I love the NHL playoff. I just end up getting caught up in the NBA playoffs at that time. And then college football playoff. But to me, there was a big gap between the NHL playoff and the college football playoff for me. I think it's the weakest definitely out of the main. College baseball World Series, though, I love. That's great.
Yes, that's good. And softball World Series.
Yes, and the softball World Series. I like that one,
good.
too.
So, all right.
The girls especially have some crazy good pitchers. The women's.
Yes.
Those women's pitchers, they put the spin on it with the underhand.
They do. All right. We'll see you next week. Enjoy March Madness. This is Quen Maseko speaking for the Big Salad Podcast, a Ryan Klinger production. Please note that portions of this podcast were edited before the final cut was produced, and this episode is recorded on March 15th. The section of Happy Time is copied from the ESPN show Pardon the Interruption, and the Masters commercials are copied from CBS. There was no intention to infringe on the copyrights of those segments and their related music. Stay tuned for our next podcast next Monday here on the Sort of Sports Podcast YouTube channel.